see the auto show in 2024 and 2026. 2026, I see 2 times. One on January the 4th, one December 31. So I learned a bit more about this company I'm introducing, which is Yulon. Since 2023, they were 70 years old at that time. And they actually in the 5th floor of a shopping mall in Taiwan. They actually show us some pictures of the car. And that was the time when I want to talk about this, a bit of a history about this company, but I didn't. But right now I thought I should do it. Here's the wheelers first thing they ever made. It's a YLN1 to 5. Here's a YLN2. This is just the things for kids to draw. They make 6 of them. They chose 6 of them. And later they actually made some other things here. But before I show some of the picture, a salsa YouTuber called Xiao Xu, he said, 大家好，我是 Salsa, and he talks about America wants a lot of companies to make these sort of car. So in Japan they have the Mitsubishi Jeep, and we're followed by a Lambretta, which I don't have this photo right now. I don't know where I put it. YLN 702, 704, 310 was a Bluebird 2nd generation. And later followed by a 1974 Nissan Sunny, YLN 301, B2110, B211. And this, by the way, is just 6 of the cars they made. But they made, of course, they made more than 6 cars. It was like feeling one-on-one. This was the time when Japan was a bit angry. They didn't want Yulon to make a car themselves. They just want a CKD Nissan car, so they made it. And then Nissan also had a partnership in Taiwan. That time it should be called the 国产车, which they do sell Nissan cars, like Nissan cars they made. And then because they broke up, and then 国产车 said we're gonna sell other companies' car, and Yulon thought we're gonna sell the car. So that time was so bad. In 1980, Nissan could have like around more than 10 cars that they sell, and Ford that time only have around 3-4 cars, and they overtook the sales of the car. Also, we also have this car, 1977 Nissan Cedric. And later, we also followed by this one, a 2023 N7. And this was actually the photo they have. And they also had a photo on the wall, which you could take a photo with. That also had a different generation. I think it was a 4th generation or 3rd generation Bluebird. It also have a Safira A32. And here's some of the cars they made. This N7 is from Luxion. So yeah, this is the car they made. And I'm going to show you some photos they made right now. Here was the photo I was talking about it. So this was the thing they made, including Lambretta. This is the photo. They have these pictures of some of the car that they made. And here's like a Bluebird, Cedric, a Sunny car. Here's the Chinese naming of some of the car they made. Here's Luxion's car. And they also have made some other things. Okay, including this here. This actually is a 6 Nissan car that ends with a Li in Chinese. Okay, Jili, known as Bluebird, Li as L'Areal, Shen Li as Cedric or Gloria, Kuai Li as Tenza, and then Wan Li as Auster or Violet, Su Li as Sunny. And here's some of the car that they use with the Li. And also some other car had Chinese name, but they probably is not a Li in the second word. For example, or a third word. Like for example, Sentra is Jianbing, Safira is Fengdu. And also some other car has Chinese name. And here's the YATC's called Yulon Asia Technical Center. And this was actually very interesting for Yulon. This was the time, okay, that they made sophisticated changing of Yulon cars. So Yulon cars will look different. And then this right now I want to share with you, okay, is the car that they sell. So these cars appear in 1960s and 70s, 80s, 1990s. And then 2000, 2010. For example, some people might think, okay, Sentra don't sell 99. Of course they do. But when they appear in Taiwan, the first generation that appear in Taiwan. So this is actually the first thing when they came. For example, this came in 1987. For example, this came in 1970s, something like that. So these are the cars. that they made. And I'm actually show you a quick paper of this. Here's the cars that they made. Okay. Before that, I'd like to share with you a collection of Nissan, models I have from Tomica here, including a Nissan Kicks first generation. This GTR is from Willys, not a Tomica. This is a X-Trail. This is actually just my relative sticker. They just stick it on. It's okay. And then the Serena, of course, I collect, and also a Skyline. And the Skyline is interesting because the door can open. So I'm gonna share with you right now. Back to this 2UD. So Yulon is actually a cool company right now. This is what they made right now, and Yulon is actually a great company. Okay, they also have this thing here, right here. This is the original feeling in 1986 when they debuted, and this is after many years they also make very similar this. Okay, this actually says the first car made from Taiwan, feeling 101, Yulon 70-year Nissan X-Trail. And this actually is a fourth popular car. This is a source from TVBS, 无线卫星电视台 news. Here's a Bluebird, here's a Sunny, here's a Zafiro. You see, it looks a bit different. This is a Taiwanese version. Here's also the first generation X-Trail, which you can see the grills. The headlights very different. This is a Taiwanese version made from YATC. They also do some other car changing, like a Livina, for example, a Tida, which I'll share with you later. And here's also the cars that they made in Taiwan. Okay, for example, like the Cabstar F23, F24 generation. They also made few Figaros. I wouldn't say they made it, just sort of imported for Japanese. And this was actually, I think they have 3 or 5 of them in Taiwan. Not pretty sure if it's left-hand or right-hand drive. And they also made Verita, which is the March version, but a classical version. So the interior, the grills, and stuff a bit classical, like 1960s, 70s, something like that. They also have 进行曲, which is March, K11, K13, which I forgot to write March. They also have a ROG, S35, Quiz, V41, V42. This is the second, third generation. X-Trails, first gen, third gen, fourth gen, second gen. They didn't sell second gen because they were replaced by ROG, because that time they said X-Trail second generation looks too much similar like this first generation X-Trail, so they didn't sell this thing. And this picture was from also TVS News, and this is that picture. These two are from Yahoo News. And this was actually in Miaoli, Yulon, Sanyi, their manufacturer places, or their... Yeah, and this is also the thing they made. Also make it, because they say these car was too similar, so they didn't make the car and did sell second generation. Instead, that time Luxion was about to come with their first SUV, so they sold that. And also a Tida C11, C12. This is known as the first gen, second gen Tida. Of course, if you see it's like Tida C13 or something that I didn't write, that means Taiwan didn't sell that version. There's also the Maxima A33B. I remember that time they introduced the 3.0. They only sell for a little while, and the ad was like the most Porsche car in the world. They didn't sell too good because Maxima was an American version, so the grills, the interior, some things was very American-ish, so people didn't like it. So you wouldn't see that on the streets, very rare, and then Zafiro sell more. We also had like 豪马, 超级豪马 747, known as Nissan Homer, Zafiro A32, A33, A34. A34 is sort of Taiwanese code, but just the A33 small change version. Cedric Gloria 3031, 132, 33, 30, 40, 130, going from the 1st gen to the 6th gen. Baoma Bobby, Suli as a Sunny, B2 110, B3 110, B11, B12, no one's 3, 4, 5, 6 gen, and then Sentra followed by like a B12, B13, B14, N16, B17, B18. We also do have a GTR R35, which some people think it's Skyline, whatever, which some people think, GTR predecessor East Coast Skyline, so East Coast Skyline GTR, so that's why I wrote this. Livina L10, L11, Serena C24. And that was also, if you look into the Nissan Serena C24 in Taiwan, you can see that is actually very, very luxury. They changed a lot of design because YATT has so much money, so they changed a lot of design. It looks very different from Japan. Monaro Z50, Z51, Z52. Yes, Z52 DSL2 also only sells a little bit to half of its time and it stopped selling. And I asked Yulon, like, would you introduce some new cars, like, Monaro would it come, Serena, and cars like the March. They said they're not very sure, but some cars they may come in the future, or I should say they will come, but not right now. Maybe in a few months will be like the new Leaf, the new Kicks. Of course, we also do have other cars like the Qashqai J12, which is a 3rd generation Qashqai about to sell in this year, Q3, I believe. And also an AD pickup truck, a Poser SRV, which is the 5-door Poser. And a 1998 999 at Resorts, of course, Konicali from Italian. A Leaf, of course, Juke F15, F16. Juke doesn't sell in Taiwan anymore. They say they were replaced by a Juke hybrid or electric, whatever that is, e-power version. Kicks P15, which is this one. 吉普车, which is Willys. 乐利 Lavrio C130, C230, known as I think is the 2nd gen, 3rd gen. Bluebird 2 110, 3 110, 4 110, 5 110, and Bluebird 910 U11. No U12, of course. No U40, but U13 we do have, but that was Ultima. So you can see U13, 1st generation, L34, 6th generation. Asta Valid 7110, 8110, Stenza T11, Tiana J31, J32, Note J33, known as Ultima L33 in Taiwan. We got Eric's 103, Feeling 101, we got the Aurea. And we got the Sunny 303T. We also had the Bluebird Symphony G11. We also had the just the wagon, whatever that is. We had the NRV, which is sort of like an SUV. Datsun truck. And Pirema P10, P11, 370Z and 350Z. As for a lot of people wondering where will they sell a new Z, I'm not pretty sure. And after that, I want to share with you a few other things we have. Here's a Nissan 2026 calendar that I have right here. So you can see, this is the calendar. We have the Formula E, X-Trail E-Power, a Qashqai that will be sold very soon in Taiwan, Aurea, Sentra, Kicks, X-Trail, Sentra again, Kicks again. As you guys can see, this one, interesting. Taiwan NCAF 5-star warranty, guarantee, safety car, X-Trail, Qashqai, and also a Formula E, of course. Yeah, that's actually the calendar we have. And this actually is a collaboration with Taiwan Benai. So we got this Benai, whatever that is, the stickers or something. And after that, the last thing I want to share with you in Nissan is I want to share with you the catalog I have. So this is the Kicks catalog. Show you real quick. This is the Nissan Kicks. How this is all the color they have. And I do think it's interesting. They do have these orangey, whatever that is, color. And I do like the, the blue one. They look cool. It's the Kicks. So, catalog in Taiwan. This is the, it's cool interior. This brown interior looks cool. So, yep, this is the Kicks. And after that, we want to share with you our next one is the Kicks e-Power version. This e-Power just sells few color compared to the original, the regular Kicks, which have more color. We do have this Sentra B18. This is only called Sentra, and in China called Silver Sea, because Australia don't have this version. Previous version, they call it the the hatchback. They didn't call Cheetah, they call it the Poser, and then the sedan they call Poser. But now Poser didn't have this version. So this is the Sentra, low color. And Taiwan, they wanted to make sure it looks cool, so they had this blue-black version. So they didn't have the old blue version. Here's some other color. 16-inch, 17-inch, you got the black or this two-tone. I do like the two-tone one. Okay, here's the specs. It's a nice car. Nice color. It's cool that most people don't make these colors. There used to be a wild 990s Nissan Sentra. That time, I think it was the B14, known as 341 that time. They started out to make the interiors white and, gold, whatever that is, silver. These colors, not just black. And this is the X-Trail. This is the X-Trail. But if you look carefully right now at the e-Power version, they do have this new bluish color, which I asked them, hey, your catalog they have. They said they didn't print it, but online they do have this, the X-Trail blue version. So here's the, and this is the version. And a lot of people actually saw a YouTuber's video called Xiaoqi 7 Car. And a lot of people actually comment on this video, think, oh, the old tech version looks cool, hope it sells, and I hope it sells in Taiwan. Here's the X-Trail. Here's the same X-Trail catalog, so I'm not going to share with you. I will share with you this X-Trail catalog. So, this is the all new X-Trail regular version. After that, we'll be sharing with you this again another X-Trail T33, and the second generation Juke. And in Taiwan, this version is a little bit different. They only sell 4 color, actually. Okay, they don't sell 4 colors. And then the 4 color that they sell, which I'll tell you right now, it's the red, white, blue, gray. They don't sell black, and they also don't sell yellow. And you can see this red color looks a bit orange to me. I do like this blue color. These are the specs of this Juke. And next one we'll be showing you is a Oreo. Yes, Oreo. Here's the color, and no green or blue. And the small chain version should come to time very soon. Hope that time they do have these fancy color, because I really think this color is not too beautiful to me. It looks just alright. Yeah, and this is the Oreo. It's a nice car. It's just like the Monaro. It's rounded, and Juke is all rounded. But if you think about it, like find the Patrol X-Trail, it Kicks, they're much square-ish design. So Nissan 2 sort of SUV. You comment down below if you like the round version or square version. the Oreo. And after that, we show a car that used to sell in Taiwan, but they don't sell anymore. But I just found out I also have another extra e-power catalog. Yeah. Okay, I do have two of these catalogs, which they look the same, so I just show you one of them. Nissan Altima, one of my favorite car as well. This is the L34, the 6th generation. So we'll share with you that real quick. I do like the blue color very much. Here's the the catalog of this Altima. This very shiny red color. That's the other one. And last car I want to share with you is this, a Nissan Tida. It's the 2nd gen. If you're thinking about this Tida, if you know this Tida very well, poster, you think it looks different. Well, this is a Taiwanese version. Yes, they made Taiwanese version. They didn't introduce the C13, which is 3rd generation, so they actually copy a little bit of the 3rd generation design. So you can see this run from 20 something. The grills, the headlights kind of. This is a Taiwanese version Tida. I still think it's a good design. Also, the China version, the C13, this is also a good design. This is the Tida version. And this was the version that made a few variant, like a Tida J, big Tida, Tida Turbo. To the colors, I think colors is alright. It's like black, white, silver, gray, red, and blue. You know, the 1st generation used to have some weird color, like the pink one, I believe, like a yellowish color. Yeah, and this is the Tida. And this video is almost to the end. I want to say it's actually very, very interestingly enough to share with you the Nissan one. So, gotta say, this actually is a great video for you to take you guys a look through of this Nissan video. It's kind of long because Nissan, I really do have a lot of things to say, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video and of the Nissan. And if you go ahead and press some Yulon Nissan car, some of the car they do make a big changes, very different than the other versions. Some of them they just didn't make too much changes, but it's definitely a good changes. And a lot of people will actually be thinking about, if you look at a car called the March, for example, they didn't make the 3rd generation. They skipped 3rd generation and made March so long. And March is actually a cool car, you must know, because they made so many versions, like a blue jeans version, which is the color and the interior, and also make wasabi version, so the color will be greenish yellow, Hello Kitty version, some other version, stuff like that. But I think the most interesting thing about it, because they thought, you know, the Japanese version 3rd generation March design doesn't look too good, X-Trail design didn't look too good, so Yulon YTC, they changed it to their own design. Some people like it, some people don't. But I think changing this thing a bit like the Ford Escape Taiwanese version from 2002 to 2013, it's a great idea, because they really need to make a Taiwanese version in order to make people liking it more. Because if it sometimes is a European market, American market, maybe a Korean, Japanese version, they just sell in Taiwan. Sometimes Taiwan don't like their design so well, so if you don't really change a bit of the design, it probably don't sell that well. And that's pretty much it for me in this video to talk about the Nissan things that I have right here, including, you know, the Tomica cars that I do have, the calendar that I got in the auto show, some things that I wrote, some things that I printed it, and some of these, you know, the catalog of the thing. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. This is actually a video I wanted to, you know, make for a long time, and I hope this video, you really would enjoy this video. And yeah, and I also have a quick video coming soon. In a few days later, I'll be talking about 15 stuff or maybe 20 stuff that I have from the auto show, including some calendars, some stickers of like Tesla, for example, and some other things. So hope you enjoyed this video. This is a interesting video to make. It's kind of long, and I hope you watch it to the end. Thank you for watching. And so yeah, and before I end this video, I just want to say thank you for watching. And this is all the video that they have. All the videos. All the video I wanted to make. I was thinking to make 2 videos, but I thought, nah, just make one video because I want you guys to see a full video. I wouldn't say it's really a history because a lot of these cars I really just don't tell you, like, I don't tell you, the history too much. Like, the history too much. I just talk to you a little bit. And if you really want to hear some cars, a bit more about certain car or something, you feel free to comment down below. This is the history of the Nissan vehicle, and I hope you guys enjoy this video that I made for a long time. And yeah, this is actually, before ending the video, I'll tell you why I have 2 of these, because this was my favorite car, actually one of my favorite car, and yeah, and then they told me this car don't sell anymore. So when I wanted to get this catalog, was hard to get, so I went to 2 places and get these catalog, and they said, yeah, you got this catalog, good on you. If you're a little late, these catalog will be gone forever. So I want to say thank you guys for watching, and this is my video I want to make for a long time. It's Nissan, so hope you enjoyed this great video that I made for you guys. Thank you for watching. This is a great video, and I want to thank you for all watching. Don't forget to comment down below what is your favorite Nissan vehicle. So to me, I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye bye.